Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Racing Series Formula One League. It's Sunday night, and this week we have travelled to Russia. Tonight, your streamer is RSF1 Raikkonen, and joining me for a return to Division 1 for the week is Ben F1 Racer. Good evening, Ben.
Evening, AJ.
Evening. Okay, so we've obviously I stood in for you last week for your Division 2 race, and you probably watched it as well, was me and Captain Kent brought to you the Australian Grand Prix. Quite an entertaining race for Division 2 there last week, with Mr. Cornish Pasty there having some interesting lines and results there, of course, for him as well. Obviously, he put the wrong stuff inside against us, so moving on. Anyway, so it is Sunday, of course, everybody. We have had a little bit of event this earlier on today, which we won't mention too much about, as requested by the head of comms department. So all I can just say is cracking drive from a certain somebody, and unfortunately that the other person did lose the time after he overtook him, etc, etc. That's all I'm going to say on it. Anyway, so Sochi, 17 drivers tonight. So we have got 2 possible eliminations for qualifying 1, Ben.
Yes, only 2 drivers to go out, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get a few crashes pushing the limits. With this track is very eager on track limits, as it's quite a wide track.
And it's also very inviting as well to make you invalidate your laps as well, with all the extra wide run-off zones that are there. I did see someone coming out of their garage. I'm not too sure which one it is. Oh, it's Captain Spinella himself.
Yeah. It's quite quick around this track. So it should be interesting to see what he does.
If anything like the previous Russian Grand Prix for Division 1 that we've had, I remember one season when it was wet. I think it was season 3, it was a wet start, and it was just absolute carnage. I don't know what happened at the first, well, it wasn't even around the first corner. They just were absolutely yeeted into one another. It was kind of funny to watch.
I'm not sure what times we should be setting around Russia for Div 1.
No, nor am I. So as we get people joining in to watch the stream now. It looks all nice and clear my end of things. And, if everyone could give feedback if there are any problems with it, let me know, and I will work my magic settings to sort things out. Anyway, so let's have a quick recap of the championship standings whilst we are still in the early stages of qualifying one. So over to the intermission screen. Okay, hi everyone as well. I'm here, sporting the good old Ferrari colours today as well. Ferrari did well in today's race, I think. P5 and 6 for the Ferrari, so that's them securing themselves in third place, I think. So anyway, looking at the overall Constructors' Championship for RSF1, Aston Martin still in the lead by 70 points with 792 points. Aston Martin seems to be having a good grip of this overall Constructors' Championship. AlphaTauri, though, they're still trying to fight back behind them with 722 points. Williams in third with 669 points, 123 point deficit. So if the top two teams have a really bad week this week and the Williams do really well, they could still take the lead of this championship, Ben. Haas in fourth with 607, and fifth goes to McLaren with 573, sixth goes to Alfa Romeo with 548, seventh Mercedes 440, eighth is Alpine with 422, ninth Red Bull with 348, and still rock bottom half team Ferrari. They're not having a good season this year in or this time in season 5 for RSF1. Very much different comparisons to what they did last season. So scrolling down now over to Division 2 and 3. Okay, and the Alpha says Matty. So looking into the Drivers' Championship, as we know, unfortunately, with the exit of Easton's main championship rival, we have got RSF1 Easton there in the lead with 132 points. Behind him in second is Kid Cudi with 79. Third is Dangerous Dan 212 with 65, and very close behind him is O Hardy in the Red Bull in fourth. Fifth goes to Tetch Lloyd and Haas. Sixth goes to RSF1 Daniel in the Alfa Romeo. Seventh F1 Milan in the Aston Martin. Eighth RSF1 Vettel. Ninth RSF1 Eitz. 10th is RSF1 Lukey 1210. 11th Noshals. Aldalf in 13th. 14th is RSF1 Mansell, aka Ben F1 Racer's brother, Captain Saturday as we call him. So these two guys, Ben F1 and Mansell, are how to qualify and how to bin it. They write the books of binning it.
No. I'm how to bin it in quali.
And Mansell's
I'll take quali.
And Mansell takes bin it in race. CSR Draco, we're in 14th. 15th Mega Saurin, 16th goes to our Ali Ferrari, no one in 17th. Well, that's it. All the rest of them still yet to score points. So, unlucky guys, score some points and you'll get yourself up on the standings board. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. As you've gone through the standings there, Vettel corner, slotting just under the 32. No Shoals is next.
The whistle line speed.
Yep. Not sure on his sector times. This could go under a 32 with Vettel, but will it be quicker or slower? We shall find out in one corner. Looks like quicker.
It does. Yep. 1/10 quicker as well than the German.
Looks like Milan is the next one, unless one shot's gone again. No, he hasn't. It is Milan.
So F1 Milan now coming around that notorious turn 4, I think it is. Oh, bother dash! I forgot to get up an Russian GP track map. Hang on. Russian GP track map. Okay, this circuit consists of 18 corners, 6 left-handers and 8 right-handers, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's better. Now we've got it. There we go. So 18 corners. This obviously is by the Black Sea, and it also is the first Russian Grand Prix track to hold a race.
Milan is flying.
Yeah, Milan is flying in the Aston Martin, so I'm sure the team principal. Oh well, sorry, we're not having team principals anymore, but the unofficial team principals. I do miss the team principal role. I think we should think about bringing that back. That's a good little championship.
There we go.
Yeah, we're 31-2 there. And then right behind him is the Mercedes of, it's Mansell, captain qualifying himself. Right, let's see what captain qualifying can do as we ride on board now as his DRS is wide open, going down the long straight into turn 2, which is the first official corner of the track. He's invalidated.
Invalidated, oh dear.
Have you been giving him tips?
Yep, the good thing about Russia is you can do constant flying laps, because it's quite low degradation. God, I can't even speak tonight, I'm that tired. Aldaf is on a lap.
Ooh.
I'll be saying front speed line later.
Yeah.
I'll have to pack in comms.
Oh yes, if you do that one.
Oh, he's matched Milan's first sector Aldaf.
Yeah, he's gone purple in sector 1 there.
In the legal engine, I'm joking, before anyone bloody takes that to heart.
And what's that reference meant to be?
Mercedes fans in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Just a little nice sly pretend dig to their illegal IC unit. I'm joking.
Yeah, but yeah, let's.
It's all fun and games.
It is all fun and games. It's
wow.
Amazing. That is an impressive sector 2. Yeah, that's an impressive sector 2 time there from Aldalf in the Red Bull. Who's that gone round?
It's teammate O'Hardy.
Oh wow, we missed on that one, but
he can't go yet because he's got 3 cars all flying past. Ooh. Now we can get going.
Right, whilst Ben's watching him, here we go. Here comes out 31.263. That was an impressive lap there from Aldaf in the Red Bull. Next across the line, though, I can see an AlphaTauri coming along. Is that Mega Centurion? Yeah, he is. He's starting a flying lap, though, so nothing there to worry about. Captain Saturday looks like he's slowly behind him as well.
Yeah, who's coming to sector 3 on the laps? Looks like Rom B. Ford is. And he's invalidated on mediums. Interesting.
Ooh. Why is Ron Beeford out on mediums?
I mean, it's quite low degradation, as I said. Here comes Kid Cudi, 31.7.
Nicely done there from the Aston Martin driver. But then you'd want to try, if low degradation by all means and everything, but if you're going to use your mediums, you want to use them in Q2, maybe start on them perhaps, don't know. Or keep a spare set for softs, or is that a hint for something, I wonder, Ben?
Possibly, yeah. Who's next? Is there a McLaren on a lap? No, one shot through 1.5.
Ooh, nice.
Nice lap for him, so he improved again.
Yes, he did. Right, I see a Haas coming round now. I think it is Tetraloid. It is Tetraloid now, so let's ride on board with the pain in the ass Haas as he comes down the start-finish straight. The official turn 1, which you can't really call it a turn because it's DRS wide open, down the straight, heading towards turn 2. Like I said, now approaching the speed trap into the corner. Now will he invalidate? No, he doesn't. Keeps it between the white lines. Now around the long sweeping left-hander of turn 3. Such a great corner this as well. It used to be flat out on the old game. Do have to hold the throttle a bit. Now into turn 4. Carry the speed through. Now into turn 5. Now this is where the next section is where you lose all your lap time. So turn 5. What's your sector 1 time going to be? Oh, his sector 1 time's gone purple, so this is turn 6, 7, and into turn 8 and 9 next again, so carry the speed as much as you can through this section. And then as you approach turn 10, you need to get the exit of this turn pretty much bang on, and he does. Opens up the DRS, and down the, well, you can't even call it straight, it's a long kink, but frontline speed! Round turn 12, and approaching turn 13 now.
Oh, we went in a bit deep there.
You can recover from that one though, Ben. That's turn 13 and 14, approaching turn 15. This is where, again, the car becomes very unbalanced and unstable, but not for Tetraloid. He's managed to keep it on the black stuff. Now, the last 2 corners, turn 17. Turn 18. Opens the steering up. Nicely done there. It's a 31-1.
Yeah, good lap there. I think Diggles is about to start now. He's just come out the pits. So Mansell did a 31.5 on 3 lap softs, eventually putting a lap in. So it's an indication of low tyre wear on this track, as predicted.
Yeah. I think we might see mid-30s going out onto Q1.
I think the cut-off, if everyone goes on softs and does near perfect lap, like a 31.5, 31.6 to get through.
Yeah, it's just waiting to see
That's sort of 8th, 9th place.
Yeah, also we've got a few returnees to the track as well. St. Diggles has returned back to the league, and he is in the Alpine today, so he's stepping in for one of the Alpine drivers. Now, I know that St. Diggles has not been having much luck with this game. I don't think a lot of people have. Obviously, again, it's like I think we've all mentioned it before. It's a completely different handling model here, and track limits can be a little bit ridiculous. Oh, One Shot has retired in the pits though, so One Shot's qualifying.
Feels safe with a 0.5. That's interesting.
Very interesting indeed. So. That was St. Diggles' out lap. Now, what's he going to do with his flying lap as he powers down round turn 1 in his whistle line speed power unit? Oh, Christ.
What's up?
Matty 1929. Diggles returning for the 357,864th time.
Lovely. Meanwhile, Easton on the back curve straight thing has done a 4.6. Couple of hundred slower than the best Sector 2 split we've seen, but he did do a 33.0 in the Sector 1, which is very good. Let's see how he gets on in Sector 3. Don't lose the rear end there.
Yep, nicely done. This is where he'll probably make up the time with that pad traction that he has.
There you go.
Very, very close there. 31.14, 400ths of a second off Tetraloid. So, like you said, he was slightly down in Sector 2, but I think he made up the dividends in Sectors 1 and 3.
Right, just over 4 minutes left. We've got 2 Ferraris out on an outlap. Elements just come back out on another set of softs, I believe, or the same set.
I think they're the same set,
You can do
Ben.
2 or 3 laps on a set of softs.
Ooh!
Hey up, Vel. What the hell was that?
F05
Are
Milan
you on
has...
board with him then?
Yeah,
Oh, what the hell? He's a flying saucer, ladies and gentlemen. His teammate, meanwhile, in the other Ferrari, is getting a nice toe off no-shows in the Alpine, going to turn, well, what you call it, 1 or 2. Count the king, who knows, who cares? Let's see what Vettel's teammate can do.
Oh, he's right on.
Too much.
He's being greedy on that apex.
Just about. You want a low 33 for respectable.
Not bad,
Sector
not
1,
bad.
that's good.
But he's gone wide in turn 5. But he gets away with it. He got away with it. He got away with it because he followed the corner on the exit, so he didn't cut across the line, if you know what I mean. Turn 8 and turn 9.
Lost time with that though. Long way around.
And then he's invalidated.
Blue, but yeah. Diggles is invalidated behind him as well, so the Alpine and Ferrari under pressure.
And so
Here
is Snow.
comes other Ferrari.
And so is Snow under pressure as well, because Snow is yet to set a lap time.
33.2 for RSF1 Vettel. Okay, Dominic Toretto. Let's see how he gets on with track limits approaching this long left-hander. Don't hit that inside orange curb. Nicely. Easy on the throttle. Oh, way up. Nice little jump forward.
I think RSF1 Vettel is tuned into the wrong fast food Wi-Fi franchise again. I think he needs to switch to the other one.
Well, whichever one he's on, it seems to be working for his splits at the moment. 4-7 middle sector.
Not bad there
Just
at all.
don't spin. Channel
Oh.
your inner Carlos Sainz. Don't spin.
And now use your inner Charles Leclerc to keep the car on the black stuff.
There we go, around the final corner. Floors it. Oh, way up. He's gone time traveling. He's up to 4th. Element is going to get a toe off his teammate, I think. Yes. Mercedes teamwork, we all know about that.
Yeah, we do know all about Mercedes teamwork, but will it work?
For line speed!
Will it work? And there we go. This teammate gets out of the way, but he's gone ever so deep through there.
That's cost him. He forgot to brake a bit earlier than expected. Diggle's invalidated again, so he's going to have 1 lap only left to complete. Element just needs to get a 31 here. 32.2 maybe?
32.3, that puts him P14. That's not out of the danger zone at all there, because you've got Ron Beeford now on a flying lap. Obviously, Ron Beeford is one of the admins of Republican Motorsport League. He has come and joined for RSF1 today, and let's ride on board with the Alfa Romeo now as he goes down round turn 1, DRS wide open, getting as much speed as he can as he heads towards turn 2 now. Cuts the corner lovely within the limits there as well. Watch for them orange sausage curbs because they will kill your car. Around turn 3 now. Losing a little bit of the apex, but doesn't get too greedy and open up the corner for the entry of turn 4. Nicely done there from the Alfa Romeo driver. Turn 4 is a beautiful corner there, and into turn 5. Wide entry. Oh, he's got this car hooked up beautifully. Turn 5 was not a problem for him. Right, turn 6 and now into turn 7. Yes, Mr. Ron Beeford, you have got this on the wire. Now into turn 8 and 9. Goes a little bit wide, but he's... And that's turn 10 executed now. DRS open and use every ounce of horsepower from that Ferrari engine to... Oh, Rattel. Tut, tut, tut.
I think there was a queue of cars on the right trying to get out of the way. What the hell?
It doesn't seem to have phased him.
I think the issue recent on this game of desync could be kicking into play for this lobby, which is not good.
That's a 31.9. That's a respectable lap time. So Ali Ferrari, he's done a
can knock out Element here.
Yeah, he's done a 105.2 in his middle sector.
I think he's done it.
He has. Yeah. So that is qualifying 1 over and done with, ladies and gentlemen. Element Snow and Sync Diggles knocked out.
I don't think Diggles set 1 respective lap time. I think he just
he did. He's done
validations.
He's done a 38.7.
Yep, and then his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th were all invalid. He's obviously pushing too hard on entry and exit there around the track, but he will start last in the Alpine.
Yep. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying 1 is over, so Rattel does make it through, but has a 5-place grid penalty. So, out of qualifying 1, as I said earlier, it's Element Snow and Sync Diggles. So Sync Diggles will start in P17, unless we get a late joining for the race.
Yep.
Nice to see 24 viewers for tuning in for qualifying. Also, guys, give us a shout out if you want to be mentioned in the stream. Just give us a hi and we'll say hello back as much as we can. As we wait for the drivers now to press the A button. I really hate this feature of this game, what they've done. Hello, RSF1 Rattel. I hate the feature that you have to wait for everyone to press A between sessions, where it used to give you the whole countdown.
Yeah, it's quite annoying. Top 2 are Haas drivers, a millisecond between them as Vettel Looks like he's about to reset his internet, possibly.
Who could tell?
Yep.
Oh, he's probably plugging into Subway Wi-Fi rather than McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yep. They're not as reliable as they once were.
I had to say McDonald's, didn't I?
Oh, what's wrong with McDonald's?
Nothing. It's just made me want one. Oh, he's going for the extra slow mission window internet. Well, I wouldn't know about that one because I think Ferrari are ahead of Aston Martin, aren't they, Ben?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So Mercedes there getting out. So that's Captain Saturday getting out nice and early. He does love qualifying, your brother here, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. It's one of those tracks in quali where if you run like no assist or no traction, it's quite enjoyable with a bit of rear slip out of a few corners. So there's a couple of drivers going out already. Only 3 have selected mediums, but I would advise starting on softs. Especially with the DRS train around here, mediums will get left behind unless safety car will save the day for them.
Good evening, Tomo.
Oh, here he is.
He is there, and why is he blocked? Did he come up on?
Naughty AJ.
No. It's because obviously with the computer, I get the Twitch feed come up next to my stream screen, and obviously that's not my username that I'm currently reading from.
Oh dear. Christ. Apologies.
Bless you, Captain Lego.
Cheers. Thank you. Right, Easton will be the first one. Set a lap, it looks like, in the Williams.
I'm sure this might be a flying lap from Easton. Or will he press the anchors? Oh, he pressed that DRS button right on point there, didn't he?
Just about, yeah.
I mean, is Mr. Tomo not at work tonight?
I'm not sure.
Well, if he's watching the stream, I'm sure he's gonna. Here we go. We got some live banter in.
Oh, Easton's bottled it.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go on board a bottle job.
Yeah, so everyone is getting very active in the Twitch stream right now. Tomo, are you at work this evening? I need to know. Question. Genuine question.
I think he is, yeah. But he's, I don't know actually. He normally is. He has Monday and Tuesdays off.
I know he has Mondays and Tuesdays off, but you never know. He might have an extra day off, you know.
He is enjoying his double or even triple Big Mac whilst watching RSF1. That's like heaven for Tomo.
Oh, yes, it is heaven for me. I do love a good old double Big Mac.
Thought you were eating healthy these days. What happened to that?
Yeah.
Or how many cheat days do you decide to have?
Vettel, enough.
Haven't had a Big Mac for months.
No, he's just been
You're on that seafood diet, aren't you, Tomo? You know what that is.
Seafood Nita.
Whoa! 31-2 for Mansell as he drifts around the final corner, Valtteri Bottas style.
And Captain Crunch, do not offend me like that. Who goes to McDonald's and have a filet-o-fish? Honestly.
Jesus Christ.
That's just like a sausage with no batter. Pointless.
Right, you got the 2 Aston Martins. Kid Cudi's invalidated. What about Milan on the mediums? A 32 would be good.
31.7.
What the hell?
Even better than what you were expecting there, Ben.
I'm just slow, that's why I expect 32s, you see. I'm like Raikkonen past my prime.
I'm not past my prime. Behave yourself.
No, real Raikkonen.
Oh. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so what we got out on track as well. I can see an Alpine of Noshals about to cross the line on the medium tyres.
That Jaden Bloke does a 31.7 as well.
31.7, nice there from Noshals.
Rom, I'm just going to call him Mr. Rom. 31.1. Ooh, 31.3, nice.
Nice there on soft tyres.
Mega Centurion, 5-0 middle sector on the yellow tyres.
I am not past my prime big at all, Tomo. I think anyone who's past his prime is you, my friend.
He's not far off 50 now, is he?
No, he's not far off 50. He'll soon be having his midlife crisis.
31.7 as well.
Sorry?
31.7 for
Mega Centurion on the AlphaTauri.
Megatron.
Right, dangerous Dan.
Oh no, you've got the Honda Mobile Aldaf using his 70 megabytes that's in his name to speed across the line. A 30. What the hell?
On mediums as well. That 70 megabyte connection must be doing it very, very well for him. Okay, here we got. I can see a Haas now coming across the line. Is that Draco or Tetraloid? It is Draco on an outlet, but then
the pace setters of the two Haas back to back. Here we go. Who's the first one? Tetraloid. Yep. So they've split the strategy with Haas.
Be interesting to know which one's which are these two guys. Who's in the Mick Schumacher car and who's in the Massa Spin car as well. So,
well, we'll find out whichever spins first. Will be Mick Schumacher. Hey,
behave yourself.
Mazepin made him look silly today.
Mazepin actually did well this weekend at Brazil.
Yeah,
considering
well done, Nikita.
Yeah. And everything, and he was proper jarred off in Friday's qualifying, weren't he? When he got knocked out in Q1, I mean proper jarred off.
Shows he's committed and passionate to want to improve with that American team. 4-9 middle sector. Hello.
On medium tyres, are you with Tetraloid as well?
Yeah, the flying Haasmobile.
Haasmobile, yeah, they're looking very quick. Vittel says he only done well because Mick had to pit.
Yeah, but when they were both out on track, Mazepin had him covered.
Horizon 40, you need your Horizon 40, you need your head testing. Mazepin's not better than Mick at all.
He was today.
Overall in the season, though, he's not.
Oh no, he's been crap. As useful as tits on and on, as Vettel would say.
Wow. Wow.
Shout out Mark Goldbridge.
As useful as Snowda, says RSF1 Vittel.
Well, he's just a lethal missile, isn't he? One shot goes into the pits. He's invalidated his medium time. Ooh.
Right, who else we got coming across the line? Is that right? I can see an AlphaTauri on a flyer. I think he's on a flyer. No, he's coming into the pits.
Looks like Kid Cudi's next.
Kid Cudi in the green, mean, lean machine.
For God's sake.
Captain Crunch, as useful as anti-dandruff shampoo for half of the committee members. Now, I wonder why that might be, Captain Crunch. Because half of us are bald.
Why are you? How many are bald?
3.
Christ.
That doesn't kind of go well, Tomo, because that's very useful for me.
Yeah, you should have said as useful as AJ. No, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Right, so Kid Cudi on a flying lap on medium tyres. He's still yet 5 minutes left, and we've still got O'Hardy, Dangerous Dan, Kid Cudi, Easton, and Vettel to set laps at the moment. Vettel obviously out on an out lap at the moment. It's been interesting to see. He's texting and driving whilst at the same time. That's 6 points and £100 fine for him coming his way.
I think Little Sparks has just joined. I've seen pop up on the screen there. That's an extra driver for the race, more the merrier.
Little Sparks?
Yeah. Either that or I'm seeing things.
Yep, so Kid Cudi now in Sector 3 on his medium tyres. Is it going to be a good lap from him?
Power of the medium traction floors it. Oh.
It's a 31.9. Right, cut off. I think it's going to have to be a 31.5 or above.
Right, here they come. Dumb and Dumber, Vettel and Easton.
But which one's which? Who's dumb and who's dumber?
That's for your interpretation. The two musketeers, here they come. Alright, where's he going? He's exploiting limits there. Typical German.
Easton keeping it nice on within the limits as well. Doesn't seem to exploiting anything. He is on a flyer at the moment. Let's see what his Sector 2 time's going to be. He's doing well. Sounds a bit like you two. What does? Oh, yeah. Okay, Tomo. Sorry. Wasn't keeping up with the picture then. And so into the long...
That was flying. That Ferrari seems to be
hang on. Easton's
wonders.
getting a cheeky toe from his teammate.
Hello. Don't outbreak yourself like Element did. He just about keeps it on the track.
I mean,
What's Vettel going to do?
Easton's the GOAT, so he is not going to outbreak himself.
Looks like the cut-off will be a 0.5 for this session, so I was a bit premature on my prediction. Oh, Easton's completely missed that apex.
Yeah, he might have good for another lap though. It's a 31.7. That's going to have to be another lap for him to go again if he wants to get through into Q2. Captain Lego says, how King Tomo? I think he wants to... oh, right, which one is dumbest? Oh, Captain Lego. Oh, no, we're not talking about us two.
Sod.
Tomo, answer the blaming question. Are you at work tonight or not?
Old age kicking in again. Messing with him.
Senile dementia.
Yep. Kent dementia. It's a different form.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, all 31 of you so far. It's nice to see you tuning in nice and early so that you get to see the qualifying session. Oh, he is at work tonight. Okay, never mind. Well, go and sort out some breakdown tracks please, because we're probably going to need them for the race.
Yep, if you could just import some over to Russia, that would be well, they'd be very thankful, these drivers, because some are going to bin it in the race.
Well, I think some of them are still on their way to Australia because they weren't doing their job very quickly last week in Australia.
Vettel's internet's as fast as his storage. Oh dear.
So what do you mean by that, Sturridge? Not very.
Useless, probably.
Right, Easton is on another fly. Oh, there's a Ferrari spinning around.
I wonder who that is. What a surprise! There's only one.
Oh, Easton!
Stop the world. Of course, it was Vettel that spun.
Okay, so Easton there doing a flying lap there of a 1:31.188 on his medium tyres. Apparently, How King Tomo cannot sort out any recovery trucks for us. There's too much vodka on the track.
One shot's just done a lap on the softs and was only good enough for P11.
Oof.
Just a minute left in the session.
No, Vettel, we will call you Spinella, as in Vettel in the Ferrari, because that's all he ever used to do.
Storage, what's spin in German? Or Captain Spinner?
And there's Rippling one-shot exploiting track limits as well, but he's exploited a bit too far and invalidated his lap. He's a dangerous Dan is on his way.
One shot, what are you doing?
And thank you, Storage, for the subscription.
Very nice. I don't know what one shot was doing there. He just started doing donuts, but then drifted back on. I don't know. Who is going to be the first one to do a lap? It looks like... Is Easton going again? No. Oh, Hardy in the Red Bull. Oh, bit of oversteer in that. You subscribe for 19 months and you put frontline speed.
Yep.
I can't pronounce that, Storage. Don't know what that says. You have a go. Spin equals... No idea. So, Oat Hardy is out. Kid Cudi, meanwhile, can knock out one of the Ferraris.
Right, apparently we've got a level 1 hype train on the stream, guys, so I don't know what that means. Do whatever you need to do to get that up to 100%. Sub, gift, or use bits to get to the next level. So come on, guys, get that up to the next level. Right, so, okay, so O'Hardy there, Kid Cudi. Oh, Tetraloid there goes even faster in the Alfa Romeo. Haas.
Oh, Alfa Ferrari. So Vettel could be knocked out by Kid Cudi here.
The Aston Martin.
And
yes, he has.
Oh dear. The Vettel starts in the Jarno Watmere place of P11.
Obviously, RSF and Vettel is not happy with that one. So that is qualifying 2 over. RSF and Vettel gets knocked out from the new Vettel teammate. Now, go lay down.
No, oh, we have caught. How did you get a pen? Actually, no, it's a silly question.
1 second. Lola, go lay down.
Hey?
One of the dogs.
Oh, right.
Okay, so eliminated from qualifying 2 is RSF1 Vettel, but he starts in the prime position for a race, P11, fresh tyres and all that, if it's dry. Rippling one shot, dangerous Dan, S05 Milan, and O'Hardy.
Now, who is going to get pole position?
Always a good one, isn't it, Ben? 37 viewers on the count, Ben.
Bryce the Lord on a bicycle.
Okay, so do it.
Storage. Actually, Vettel's internet is faster than him.
John Eric, it is a Xbox League, I'm afraid. Not PC or PlayStation, we are Xbox Ones. From what I'm going to see, captain is Drehen. Sturridge, is that right? Is that said right? Drehen?
Spin equals Drehen, or Drehen.
Drehen.
I don't know. I think that's the closest I can get to what it actually is.
Hey Siri.
What's spin in German?
Hey Siri. How do you say spin in German? Oh, he's having a think.
In German, spin is spinnen.
Spinnen.
Spinnen. Right, moving on. Right, top 42 viewers, eh?
Yes.
We're not that good, guys.
Yes, we are. This is tier 1.
Alright. Top 3 prediction for pole position as well.
Oof. Well, I'm going to say my top 3 by looking at these timings. I'd say the top 3, they're in the top 3 right now for Q2, to be fair. Easton looking good, so is Tetraloid and Ali Ferrari. I know this dude from other leagues, and And
Why are we not going to Q3?
because somebody needs to press A. And Captain...
I'll go for Eastern Mansell Puddy.
Yeah, Mansell's going to be up there.
He's always there flying at the front in the quali and then just drifts in the race unless today's the day where he actually stops getting pens. Taking a leaf out of you-know-who's book and actually performs the Mercedes.
Star Edge reckons Vettel in the sound, B2... Vettel in the sound, B in 2 Eastern, 3 North Shells. Huh? Oh.
That's some good England there. Vettel, what?
I think that obviously...
Okay, yeah.
I think he's butchering the English language there a little bit, as much as Captain Crunch is turning around and saying... we missed the hype train, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately.
Oh dear.
I'm not going to comment on that one, Captain Hell King Tomo, because I wouldn't want to make your head any bigger than what it already is, because you'd have to widen your door frames.
Oh, here we go. Something about me in German.
No, there's something about me in German now as well. Right. Finally, moving on. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Ulkenberg says, Sturridge, Ulkenberg.
Nico Ulkenberg.
I mean, you could upset every German right now and just say their favourite car wrong.
I don't want World War 3 in the chat. Umlaut, yes. Respect to all umlauts used in the German. Right, who's out first?
Everyone, by the looks of it, we've got the Alpha Tower Mega Centurion out across the line first, so he is out the pit lane. So pit lane. We've got the Alpine of Noshals coming out as well. I did think I saw a glimpse of an Alfa Romeo there as well before we cut to the camera angles.
Yeah,
I was right.
Captain Rom.
Captain Rom. Okay, so it's the battle for pole position now, Ben. Oh, right. That's going to be interesting to see who has got the one for BOW on. Right. Okay, guys, keep the chat English, please, so I can actually understand what's going on here. You know, I don't like this foreign Chinese language in the chat.
Foreign Chinese language. Oh, just what is that? What's Tomo on about?
I don't know.
Is that some Kentish slang?
I don't know what it is. It's not German, Chinese. Right. But it might as well be Chinese to me. You pillock.
Right, here we go. Who should we call Captain Crash? There's only one man for that, and it goes by RSF1 Vettel.
Ah. Right. Anyway. So, on track now. We haven't given much of these power units because this is mine and yours favourite power unit we're riding on board with now, Ben. So, you know,
Yes.
we do love the sound of this one and we do love giving it giving it loud to this one. So, let's ride on board now with Mega Centurion in the Honda Power Alpha Tauri as he comes down across the start-finish line now, opens up the DRS downtown 1. He's getting as much frontline speed as he comes down, approaching towards turn 2 now, approaching over 203 miles an hour into turn 2. Will he invalidate it? No, he keeps it legal. And around turn 3 now. How much of the apex is he going to be greedy on? Who knows? Let's find out as he comes around. He gives the respect to that apex and doesn't take too much, opens up the entry to turn 4, cuts it perfectly there, and Wyatt opens up the steering for the exit and invalidates his lap.
Oh dear, we are in trouble. Take 2, the Alpine of no shows.
Right, pain in no shows.
Take 3, Rom.
Right, okay, so he's just done turn 3 now into turn 4. Yes, he's
That's
kept
how
it
you do it.
legal. That's how you do it, guys. So in we go into turn 5 now. That's executed beautifully there from the Alfa Romeo driver of Ron Brieford. And then into turn 7 and 6 and 7. Nice. All a little bit shaky on the exit there. But then in we go to the turn 8. And no, he's invalidated on the exit of turn 8.
All these battle jobs.
Right. Take
I'd
2.
never do such a thing.
No, you never RSF on battle job. Right, Easton. Easton is going to be the next one. He's kept it legal so far. Oh, no, he's on an outlap. Damn it.
Is your brain failing you as well? Hey, up.
Yeah.
Ali Ferrari's got no driver helmet. What's going on? Whoa!
Oh, so he should be lightning quick then, because obviously no helmet means you are lighter because, you know, weight equals less speed. Right, so sector 2 time of a 144 there. So that's very nice there from the Ferrari driver. Into turns 13 and 14. A short burst of power into turns 15 and 16. A very wide entry there to open up the corner. And turn 16, nicely done. Opens up the steer and down the power now as he approaches turn 17. Last 2 corners of this track. Nicely done. Perfect lap there from the Ferrari driver. It's a 130.6.
Disqualified?
Oh dear.
Aldaf spun, then tried to get back on track and got disqualified. Oh dear. Kid Cudi goes third. Right, here come the Haas boys.
Here comes Drake.
That's not purple for Tech Trip because a 4.4 is quicker than a 4.5. Silly game.
It's personal best.
There we go. Oh, late on the brakes there.
But it doesn't look like he's lost time through that either. But, you know, it might have done. It might have gained him time. We don't know because we can't see the actual live delta what is going there. But he has done a purple sector 2. That's his personal best. Across the line, it's a 31.0. Right, here comes
next, then no shows.
Is it Megan Centurion next on his second attempt now? He's got red fuel light, so has he got enough fuel or is he going to abort the lap and go into the pit lane? No, he's staying out. $31,007.
Here we go, Noshi.
31.2 there from Noshi. Gets a little bit wobble on the exit of the last corner there.
Here comes
Draco.
Scottish bloke.
Easton's gone fast as 130.6, but then Draco goes fast, goes 4th fastest with 30.8. It's quite close up at the top of it.
Yeah. Underperforming laps, I'd say, from 5th downwards at the moment. Expecting more in the 130s.
Yeah.
So far, I've almost got the order correct. Just need Mansell to go at 1 and Kid Cudi into 3rd, and I've got it right.
All I need is Tetra Lloyd to get his bottom up there as well in the top 3, and I'll be right.
So says Vel.
Don't need to, my friend. My teeth are permanently, and I don't wear dentures like you. Have you put enough Fixodent in tonight? Or Polygrip? Or are you a Polygrip man?
Oh dear. 40 viewers again. We're back up again.
Aye, we are indeed. We are indeed. They're all tuned in for qualifying 3, ready for this start of the Russian Grand Prix. We've got the bottles ready. We've got the shot glasses ready. We're going to toast to vodka.
I have a question for the chat. Can you predict how many seconds AJ's now at the start will be?
Ooh.
Let's have some predictions. I'll go 4 seconds. Predictions.
It depends on Noshal's edit, says RSF on Patel.
69, alright. Yeah, you might die.
Well, did you hear Cornish's effort of my starts?
No, I did not. How did he go?
He killed it, basically. He murdered it.
35 seconds.
He tried it and failed horrifically.
Oh dear.
It was
Horizon
hilarious.
says 4 seconds. Tomo says 35. Vettel says moist. Clearly doesn't understand what numbers are in English.
He tried it in last week's Division 3 stream, Vettel.
You just know he's gonna watch that. Yeah. We'll get some valuable feedback from the German.
Right, off to YouTube. Oh, he's now getting his phone. Division 3. Australian Grand Prix.
46 viewers.
Yes. What we like to
Christ
see.
the Lord.
What we like to see. Get your friends in. Let's be honest, AJ has loads of hot air to get rid of, says Howard King Tomo. Not as much as you, my friend. Not as much as you. It's a few times very few times that I've known you to be speechless.
That's because he's probably eating. That's why. That's the explanation I could think of.
Right, only car out on track at the moment is the Ferrari of Ali Ferrari, car number 55. Right, here we go, right on board with the Ferrari, down the start finish line, opens up the DRS to give as much as frontline speed! Down the straight, approaching over 200 miles an hour into turn 1 and turn 2. Never let Cornish do that ever again, says Patel. Around turn 3... He's being so greedy on the apex, but he gets away with it. And then into turn 4. I'm scared for my life now, says Howard Patel. Turn 4, he's kept it legal. Now into turn 5. Carry the speed through. He's currently 200ths down on his first time. 0.021 it is. So into turn 6 and 7.
Turn 6.
6. And then turn 8.
Keep it PG now.
Turn 9. And into turn 10. Nicely done there. Opens up the DRS again. Yeah, but he's kept it illegal.
In mid 1 minute 4, we're expecting for a
hugging that wall.
time to challenge.
It's a 104. He's 2 temps up.
Ferrari power.
And turn 15. And then turn 16. That's nicely done there. And then into turn 17. This could be provisional pole. Turn 18. Execute it. Oh! No! He just done a blazer.
No, he'd be out there. He'd be out with quali.
but still got pole. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. He's lost all his wing.
Yeah, that won't be him doing another run for let's say what. So that's provisional pole for Ali Ferrari. Worth it.
Right. RSF1 Elmo, aka No Shoals. It's getting a bit of a tow from
the Williams.
The Scotsman. He's done the exact same middle sector again.
Identical times. Fancy that one. Captain consistency here by the looks of it.
Oh, he's taken way too much curb. Oh, he's panicking.
Blatant Captain Lego blunder apparently, Ben.
Yeah, No Shoals.
Oh, he's slightly up, but it doesn't gain anything. Right, Easton is about to start a flying lap as well now. Oh, he's going to be the next one to cross the line. Or should I say bottle job, says Howard King Tomo. King Tomo, just be nice for a change. Is that in your vote?
Mansell's the next one.
Can you be nice for a little while, Tomo? Or is that not in your vocabulary?
Vettel says, Easton says he will validate. Oh, invalidate, okay. Mansell throws the car into the last sector there. He's 5 milliseconds down, but he can make the time up. He can afford to commit because he's third at the moment.
Can.
So 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, slight improvement.
Slight improvement, but not improving on position. But we're now Mega Centurion's going to be the next. Oh, he's in the pits. Right, who's behind him? I can see an Aston Martin. That's Kid Cudi behind him. Right, it is the Haas of
Lloyd.
It is the Haas of Tetra Lloyd, who's currently down on his time as well. Not having a good Q3 there. Unless, for some reason, he lost a lot of time in Sector 3. Comes across the line. He's gone P5.
Oh, guess what he's done? Invalidated. Yeah, he's on a 4-1 middle sector. I'm going to stay on board with him to see what time he actually does do.
What's this, Easton?
Yeah.
Useless.
He's lost his mojo. We never used to invalidate.
Ron Beeford
I'm probably going to
now.
say 30.1.
Ron Beeford.
30 point. Yeah, that would have got him pole.
Ron Beeford starts
Takes
P8.
eighth.
What's Draco going to do? Draco's invalidated, so Draco can't improve. Noshouse can't improve because he's invalidated his lap, so he's just going to cross the line. Why is Mr. Saturday not on pole? I don't know why Mr. Saturday's not on pole for Tell. But
Well,
that is a shocking qualifying 3 there.
yeah,
We were
these
wrong.
culprits fell a bit short at the end there. I was expecting a few to be higher up on the times, but only 5 drivers got into the 1 minute 30s.
Ferrari in pole position, looking good today for Team Ferrari. So Ali Ferrari will start the race in pole position, and then behind him is RSF1 Eastern, who could have been on pole, but he bowled it. RSF1 Mansell in 3rd, CSR Draco in 4th, Tetch Lloyd in 5th, Mega Centurion in 6th, 7th goes to Noshouse, 8th goes to Ron Beeford, 9th goes to Kid Cuddy, and 10th goes to Al Dalf, obviously for being disqualified in that session. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when we get onto the grid, I would like you all to partake, we will be partaking, and I hope the drivers will be partaking in a 2-minute silence, as today is Remembrance Sunday, and we'd just like to show that RSF1 does remember the fallen heroes that have given their lives up for the freedoms and liberties that we do take advantage of today. If it wasn't for these guys, we wouldn't enjoy the life that we live today. So please join us very shortly in the paying respects to the fallen. Right, Ben. You looking forward to it?
Russia never disappoints with league racing,
No.
so it should be a good one.
Right, okay, so... We just wait for the session to go over to the next part, and then we will start the 2-minute silence. Okay, so 30 seconds before we get over to the next screen. Vettel reckons that he's going to get disqualified again or not. I mean, if you want to join the Captain Brundle Club, you can do.
What's only him and Ace Cookie that's been disqualified?
I think so. Oh, apparently Vettel's done it before as well, so he's a fully fledged member of the Brundle Club.
Yeah. I hope he got a prize for joining that club. Ooh, gotta love adverts on the stream.
Oh, you've not got Prime?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, guys. 2-minute silence. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in on that silence. We will now get back onto the racing as we are getting ready for the Russian Grand Prix. Now, Ben, are you going to take away the formation lap for us today?
Oh yes, considering you need to save your voice and practice your vocals for the infamous now.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, how long is this one going to be?
Right, we'll go back to front. Hopefully they all keep it clean on a formation lap.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard for them.
No. Right, so the Russian Grand Prix grid. Last is the late joining Little Sparks in the McLaren. You got Sink Diggle 17th for the Alpine. Then you got RSF and Vettel in the Ferrari P16. Element is 15th in the Mercedes, although he's gone and say hello to the midfield for a bit. P14 is the Red Bull of O'Hardy. Then you got P13 of Milan in the Aston Martin, and then you got Dangerous Dan in the Williams in 12th. One shot just outside the top 10 in P11 in the McLaren. Moving into the top 10, we've got Aldaf. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He didn't move. He's probably gone for a break. Aldaf in the Red Bull P10. Kid Cudi, Milan's teammate, in P9 for Aston Martin. You've got Ron Beeford in P8 for Alfa Romeo Racing. And then you've got Alpine of No Shoals in P7. Mega Centurion in the AlphaTauri, the only AlphaTauri I believe tonight, in P6. And then you've got the second of the Haas cars in P5, Tetraloid, and just ahead is his teammate Draco in P4. And then you've got the top three of Mansell in the Mercedes, Easton P2 in the Williams after unfortunate final lap bottling it. Pole position is Ali Ferrari in, of course, the Ferrari.
That's kind of fitting, that name, isn't it, Ben?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the stream, whoever's watching, please turn down your earphones if you're a headphone user. This is about to get very loud. Also, guys, quick out there before we get race started, how many safety cars are we going to get? Virtual safety cars included in that one as well, because it is going to be a very, very interesting race. It looks to be dry. The conditions are set for an absolute epic race. I'm sure everyone has been looking forward to this one, as now the Ferrari driver of Ali Ferrari 5 takes the final corner and gets ready to line the grid up. Still not wearing his helmet today, decided that it's going to add too much weight and wants to shed that weight and have as much frontline speed as he gets. Right, all 41 viewers of you, it's nice to see you tuned in. Fantastic. First time chat is Sky. Oh, 5. Someone said 5 safety cars. Someone reckons 2 safety cars. Someone said, Tomo says 3 safety cars. Okay, we're waiting for the green flag sequence now. I can see the Mercedes there as we wait for the start light sequence to get underway. Here we go, guys. 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. No! And Ali Ferrari gets away fantastically there, but Easton's on the inside line of turn 1. He's trying to cover him off, but then Ali Ferrari's still got the outside lead. But then Ali Ferrari, they're side by side going into turn 2. They're nudging wheels, but Easton's got the inside line. Easton takes the lead straight away of the Russian Grand Prix. And also CSR Draco's bumped up to 3rd. Mansell down to 4th. Mega Centurion is up to P4.
Ali Ferrari around the outside. Makes a move down the inside.
There's contact. He keeps on hold of it. Absolutely cracking stuff. Oh my god! Look at the back there. There's carnage at the back.
The Ferrari's just taken out Mansell. Oh dearie me! What has he just? The Ferrari's just turned into the Mercedes and wiped him out.
But we've got Ron Beeford and Mega Centurion side by side. The 2 Alpha drivers going in side by side through turns 5 and 6 now. Into turn 7. What a move from Mega Centurion and the AlphaTauri. Getting past the Alfa Romeo Ron Beeford. But that's turn 10, sorry. But here we go on the inside of turn 10. What's he going to do? Is he going to get past him or is he not going to be able to? But now he's got the switch back. So into turn 12. Now. Ron Beeford. Oh, that was very, very close there. This is going to be
Diggles and no shows. Alpines are flying. Diggles, he's made a fantastic start. He's P7.
Oh, yeah, he has. He's made up 10
Christ the
places
Lord.
within one lap.
What a machine.
So
Rich man is flying, ladies and gentlemen. As the Aston Martin's defending from the Williams, who's also side by side with the Alpine. It's a drag race. Renault versus Mercedes power. Slipstream.
But then look at this, the Williams is trying to get in between the two slipstreams there of dangerous down, but the Aston Martin gets ahead of the Alpine and nudges him off there at turn 2, but gets away with it. Nicely done there from Drew. Easton has already pulled 1.5 seconds from Ali Ferrari, but hang on, Ron Beeford is right on the jacksie of Ali Ferrari. It's Alfa Romeo Ferrari versus Ferrari.
I was going to say, that's an unfortunate start for Mansell. I was on board with the Ferrari and he just all of a sudden turned right into him and took him out, which gave contact to an Alfa Romeo, I believe.
Did you clip it?
So, yeah, bit of a silly move there from Ali Ferrari, but he's still in P2, still fighting for that win at the moment. But Easton, as you said, is pulling away lap 2 so far.
Yeah, okay, and Easton's on the medium tyres as well, so Easton is making up ground. He's got the long game to play, and it seems like he's got the pace on these tyres as well. So Ron Beeford is still chasing down that Ferrari. Next lap will be enabling DRS as well, so they won't get it for the first DRS zone, but they will get it for the second DRS zone. Remember, guys, there are 2 DRS zones around this track. I'm sorry I haven't brought up the track map for this, but we were doing the 2-minute silence for them during where I would normally bring it up. So, paying respects to our fallen heroes to have defended her. But look at this DRS train behind Ali Ferrari. Ali Ferrari is holding these guys up by the looks of it. You've got Ron Beeford, Mega Centurion, Tetraloid, Rippling One Shot, Sync Diggles, CSR Draco, FFR Milan, Noshaus, Dangerous Dan, Vattel.
Oh, it goes defensive. Here comes Ron. Oh, Ferrari covers him off.
Ferrari has covered him off, but then around turn 3 they come. Is he going to make a move on the inside of turn 4? No, he doesn't. So he will be thinking about...
Fantastic drive, though. The Ferrari's been sitting on the racing line, does the switcheroo.
So it does look like the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari are going to be nice and locked into a nice big tussle here. Looking behind now, on board with the Ferrari as we look, and he goes very, very wide there on the exit of that corner. Into oh, the Ferrari seems to be struggling there. Looks like his rear tyres are not getting the grip that he wants to get right. Oh, Ron Beeford. Ron Beeford gets a very, very poor exit, but now he's got the DRS and frontline speed.
He hasn't got much of it, but here comes the trailing pack. No Shoals makes the move. What a move! Captain Ironbrew all gets out of shape though. He's off the track. Where's he going? He's off to Scotland again. Where's he going again? Oh, he's losing the rear.
He got into a bit of a fluster there, but it looks like the McLaren of Rippling One Shot.
In.
Yeah, is
it up to P6?
Oh, no shouts!
What the hell happened there?
He just lost the rear end of it. He lost the back end. He lost the car, and it just went Vattel fastest lap.
No Shoals has just lost all of his wing.
I think Noshow's tyres are a little bit on the hot side of things at the moment. So here we go. Ali Ferrari now going to make a comeback. Noshow's is out. Noshow's is out.
Safety car. And that brings the Mercedes drivers, the McLaren and the Red Bull back into play. I do believe No Shells does have some desync issues with his wheel and the game now and then. I've witnessed it quite a lot in recent races I've been doing with him, so maybe that's happened to him again, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I do believe that was an earlier problem with the game as well, so it does...
Mansell's got to drive through. Oh dear. Bad to worse.
That is bad to worse indeed, and watch now for the comments from Hal King Tomo.
Yeah, I think he is having wheel issues. It's when he joins a party for some reason. I don't know what was going on. Maybe he just lost false feedback or something went on.
Oh yes, something did go on there. Unfortunately, that is part of the game. Let me just adjust this camera a moment because it is
a question.
Yep.
Do second, third, fifth, and 12th all go in the pits for mediums? Because the mediums can go to the end quite easily. So, yeah.
I am over 20. I'm over 18 years of age, so I don't see the reason why not, Captain Crunch.
Are you allowed to vape on stream? Yeah.
Okay, so safety car conditions. Softs can
This
go.
is perfect for the soft runners.
Softs can go to the end.
Easily. Mate, Russia tyre wear is non-existent.
Okay.
If they've got a good setup that requires good stability and not much tyre wear, then...
If your Perez says Horizon 40,
yeah,
he's not wrong there.
something scary has just appeared on my screen in a Ferrari shirt.
Hey, you leave my Ferrari shirt alone. Otherwise this man will come.
What?
Are you mad?
They're obviously playing it safe. They don't want to panic. Don't know why they've gone on hards. Ron Beeford's used his brain in this scenario and gone on mediums because they can go all the way to the end.
Absolutely, unless there's of course
Surprised if he
more
wins.
unless there's more safety cars, of course, as well. So that will change the aspect for everyone as well.
They're obviously in a different universe, Hush, to me and you. Want a penalty under cutting corners in a safety car?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's something I've not seen before.
I've seen it before. You know, I
You're
don't
going
know.
like
You
80
get-
miles an hour, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. So how you can't stay within the track limits going slower baffles me. Absolutely baffles me.
Very interesting. Who's that going to the right? Dummying into the pits of Ferrari. Ooh. He was on the white line going into the entry there and went back across. Are you not allowed to do that?
I'm not too
Surely you're not allowed to do that.
What's that?
You can pretend to go in the pits before the white line, but once you step over the white line into the pit entry, like bit on the right, you can't come back out. Surely.
I'm sure something. If there's anything that's untoward, the stewards will have a look into it.
So I've seen people dummy before, like at Britain especially. That's quite easy to dummy someone, but yeah, that's a strange one from the Ferrari.
Hush, as I've been explaining before in the streams, I'm working on the skin for you to spend your wheel spin points. It is taking me some time because I haven't had a lot of time to myself lately due to work and stuff like that. So I have got a week off annual leave this week, so I will be able to work on the skin to play some sound effects, so you guys can activate some sound effects for the streams, and you'll be able to spend your wheel spins on this stream as well. But I will have to warn you guys, it will only be able to be used whilst I am the streamer, because it is done via the PC and it has to have a special skin activated for it as well. Something to do like a shop or something like that, from what I was reading up from TwitchBot and everything like that. Chile, first time viewer for first time chat, hopes that Harrison wins.
Even in Chile. Oh god.
Only if it's mincemeat tacos on the menu, Captain Crunch.
I think Tomo would sign up for that.
Right, safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh dear, that says everything. That was perfect, AJ.
What?
I said Tomo would enjoy that, and you just blanked it. That was hilarious. That's your response to that with Tomo.
Dinner with Tomo. I wouldn't get a word of edgeways.
Never mind a word. It'd be Joey, our friends. Oh,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
you know.
So when is Easton going to get this field underway? Let's ride on board now with the Scottish driver as he's got Mega Centurion and the AlphaTauri
He's
right
going
behind
now.
him.
Kaboom!
Now he goes. Yes, he's trying to get a break the slipstream as everyone Wiggly wiggly indeed, Benjamin. Wiggly wiggly indeed. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in as well. Pass it to your friends. Get them all watching
Black
as
and white flag for Eastern.
weaving across the track there. But hang on,
Oh, McLaren!
which
Very
McLaren?
close. One shot was going for the attack whilst defending there down the straight. That was an interesting interpretation of that.
Yeah, that was a very
RSF1 Vettel exploiting limits again, as Ferrari always do.
Budunch.
Hey up, he's lost traction there. Here comes the Red Bull of O'Hardy.
Yep, O'Hardy and the Honda Power is going to close in on him very soon. And we've got
Look at Diggles!
Yeah, Diggles looks like he's having a great time around this track today. A little bit of Russian
speed in pursuit.
He's got the slipstream of the AlphaTauri Honda. He's using his battery. Can he make the move? Front line speed! But not enough
With
of
the
it.
whistle line speed!
But not enough of it. He has to stick behind the AlphaTauri for a little bit longer as he comes around turns 13 and 14.
Central Lloyd then just down on one shot. Element past Kid Cudi. What a move! Is he up the inside? Oh, Dangerous Dan goes a bit wide.
Sorry, guys, we're missing it because we're watching.
Oh, one shot's missed the apex side by side. No, he powers past back into P10 for now.
Right, okay.
Here comes Milan.
Here does come Milan, but then you've also got Diggles, you've got RSF and Vettel behind him as well. This is absolutely close racing for these guys as well.
Goes to the inside.
Thinks better of it. Tucks behind again, the Red Bull.
Dangerous
Oh!
Element on the inside.
Dangerous. I've just lost my words there for a moment as the Red Bull went spinning around turn 3.
Oh dear.
Couldn't get my words out for Edgeways then.
That's something.
Yeah, I know, isn't it just?
Right, position changes.
Thank you very much, DRT Tom Clark, for following. Charles Leclerc is thanking you for that one. Right, Vettel Vettel on the back of FFR Milan now. So Ferrari versus Mercedes.
We know how he races in 5 lappers. Will he use that open the steering tactic?
No, but the Aston Martin's got more frontline speed than the Ferrari. The Ferrari can't catch him up.
Top 5 are absolutely flying, but Ron B. Ford is joining that to make a top 6.
Oh, Diggles is on the back of AlphaTauri again. He's trying to nudge him wide as they try to go around 15 and 16.
Oh, he gets a fantastic drive. He's going to go for the inside already. Bold move!
Oh!
What are you doing, Mega Centurion? Oh, some could say Diggles could have backed out, but he was there alongside. And Mega shuts the door on him, leaving him no space, and he's dropped back down to P14 Diggles after that hard work.
That's unfortunate there.
To the podium position.
Okay, so we've got, recap after 9 laps. Easton in the lead, Mega Centurion in second, FFR Milan in third, Vettel in fourth, Ron Beeford in fifth, Ali Ferrari in sixth. Drop back from them now. Ali Ferrari is losing pace. CSR Draco just sets the fastest lap of the race there with 1:34.6. Nowhere near the qualifying times.
Chili put, what an unfortunate play. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Driver doesn't realise the car's there, just takes the line, and boom, contact.
Yeah, look at snow on the back of the Aston Martin at Kid Cudi though.
Oh, look at Vettel's ERS below 20. He's burning it now. He's had enough of staying behind Milan. Unleash the Ferrari speed. Here comes Mega Centurion there on Eastern. Tucks him behind. Ooh, who's that gone? It's Diggles again. His tyre temps are still quite hot.
Probably from that earlier spin as well, but we've got, like you say, Easton's going to be in serious trouble. Who's going to be the gainer out of this one? Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighting for the lead. Are we going to see a 5 Work car worth slipstream and DRS. Here we go. Let's ride on board now. Mega Centurion. Easton gets a great exit at the last corner as Mega Centurion opens up his DRS. He's not using his battery though. But then who we got behind? We've got
Here comes German missile. No, he thinks better of it. The speed he had out of that final corner was insane. But not enough front line speed. He takes the esports line. Does he go for the... Oh, he's getting squeezed on the curve. They're going side by side.
Hang on, but we've got Dangerous Dan on the inside of Robert Rippler, one shot around turn 3. And also the Aston Martin of Kid Cudi's having a look in there as well. What a move.
Inside goes the German. Bit of onion barging then. Oh, that's right, onion barging. My favourite terminology.
We will have him in for a cracking race.
It's not argy-bargy, it's onion-bargy. Oh, Vettel's got no ERS left. He's going to be a sitting duck.
Absolutely, against Ron Beeford. I got a huge battery to use right now, so off he goes. Let's get on board with Ron Beeford. This should be an easy move for the Alfa Romeo now, as he comes in the slipstream now. Round turn 10 in the inside, but he's going to go around the outside of turn 30.
Vettel. Oh, he is.
Oh, what a move!
Vettel's been caught of the late braking. He will not enjoy that. Oh, he almost hits the back of him.
What a
Vettel is on older tyres, so that's probably a smart decision just to sit behind Rom there.
What a move from the Alfa Romeo, though. What a cracking move there. So now, next target is FFR Milan.
He's got tons of battery compared to the top 3.
Yep.
Look at this.
Right on board now. He's gaining. He's gaining, but he hasn't got enough. Ali Ferraro in the back of Tetraloid. No, he ain't got it.
There comes Kid Cudi on Dangerous Dan. Oh,
He's done it.
Past him. See you later. Good night, Vienna.
But then here we go. As Rippling One Shot going to have a stab at Dangerous Dan around turn 3.
Oh, One Shot's lost his wing. Penalty for Milan. Oh dear. Still got 35 viewers. Christ. Very good.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Right, okay. So, Ron Beeford now still... Look at this battle for first place. Still 5 cars in it.
He's in a net lead, really, isn't he? So we can just pick him off one by one at his own pace.
But then how
Doesn't need to rush.
And then how good is his tyres going to be towards the end of the race, though? Because obviously he won't be boxing again.
Oh, hello.
Sink Diggles is retired from the session by the looks of it.
Speaking of taking his time, he's going for it now.
Oh,
like
gets a...
Switcheroo! What a move! Oh, the German bomber almost takes him out as well. He wants to follow his wrong compatriot through, but the Aston Martin says no, I'll stay in the sandwich.
Okay, Easton so far is managing to hold off the charge from Mega Centurion though, but hang on, what we got there? RSF1 on Kid Cudi now. Can the German get past Kid Cudi?
German horsepower in the Ferrari.
But he's used all his battery, he can't get past.
Oh, Vettel with a slide, hello. Slippy whippy on the rear, sunshine. Oh, Tetraloid going round the outside. You're going to lose momentum round there, son.
But is he going to get the switcheroo? No, he doesn't get the switcheroo for turn 5. But then, FFR Milan got a 3-second time penalty somewhere.
Told you Vettel's quit round here. He means business tonight.
He's just got to be a little bit less eager with the battery.
Yeah, he's getting trigger happy with that. I don't know what button is on his wheel. It's got the same as me. What would it be? The yellow button, I think, or the green one. I forgot.
Tomo saying, stop talking about sandwiches. We're making him hungry. As Ron Beeford now on the back of Mega Centurion. Look at him taking one.
Oh my God! Look at this. Is he going to go around the outside?
Not this time, but is he going to get a collective move around the outside? Oh, what a move! No, can he?
Someone's a contact!
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Oh, Tetraloid and Ali Ferrari. Oh, it's heated up nicely. The front runners are about to pit in the next few laps, possibly.
Quite possibly indeed, Ben. Quite possibly indeed.
Softs
but hang
can
on.
go 10 laps, at least.
Okay, so here we go. Ron Beeford. Look at this. He's gaining on the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri now on the inside of Easton.
Centurion. Ooh, close. He's going to get a run there. Fantastic.
Oh,
on the
Ron
inside,
Beeford on the outside of turn 3.
What a move! Caught the AlphaTauri napping.
Cracking move from the Alfa Romeo.
And the net lead as it stands. Here comes German. He wants that position badly. Save your ERS. Sturridge, you're probably engineering him time to stop pressing that overtake button.
Tell him 9.
Nicked good. I think Easter might be a sitting duck here.
He might be a sitting duck here.
He's going for it. B Ford, whatever your name is, Mr. Rom, Captain Rom.
Thank you, Chile, for the follow. Charles Leclerc, thank you. What a move done. He's executed it done before he even got to the turn. Outbreaks him. No problem there whatsoever. Easton knows that he had no response for that one. Ron Beeford may have called this strategy perfectly going on to the mediums now.
Look at Vettel. Oh, makes Centurion's in. Right, this allows Vettel to have a maximum attack on the Aston Martin as he drifts around the final corner. Look at this weave and bop. Milan's got no DRS and Vettel will say thank you very much, up the inside. It's a drag race. Got high wings Vettel with that DRS, but later on the brakes takes P3.
Oh, hang on, but Milan looks like he's got a better exit out of turn 2 there, but no, Vettel's got the switch back and gone onto the inside line. Nicely done there to defend the attacking Aston Martin. He's managed to make the move stick and he takes P3.
Vettel says 9, so he wants to use all that battery. Can he catch up with the top 2? He's up there with Easton.
He is, but the thing is, though, he's not going to have DRS on Easton.
Oh, there we go. Just when it's all fitting into play for him, he goes and gets a penalty.
But then look at this as well, Ben. We have got Milan's gonna have DRS on the German.
Yeah, he's obviously gone past him too early because he's weaving now to break the toe. But here comes that Aston Martin, who looks like he's running less wings than the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes defensive. The Aston Martin slips on the inside. And a move leads on the brakes. He's out.
Oh, but he's managed to hold it off.
With a switcheroo.
They're side by side.
Round the outside. Oh, Bell shuts the door. It looks like there's a... I don't know what happened there. Yellow flags. Mansell's on the back of Mega Centurion. Or has he just been passed? Yeah, Mega Centurion on the fresh softs. Vettel's going ultimate defensive mode. Joshy says there's some good racing. Yep.
Yeah, this is some very good racing.
Here comes Tetra Lloyd. On them hard tyres, they'll start to slowly catch up towards second, third and fourth in the next few laps. But meanwhile, here comes Ali Ferrari. Draco gets a pen now, AJ. The pens to rack up as we...
And so does Element Slow.
Over halfway. Oh, Element Slow.
Right, Easton now. He is just sizing up Ron Beeford now. He's not letting him get away. I think he's just sticking in his DRS.
Yeah. I mean, they're on similar ERS levels now. Vettel's burning his ERS or what's left of it.
Where is
Milan though? Surely just lets him go and then gets the DRS on the pitch straight. Yeah. Help each other along to catch the top 2. Or does he? No, he says, oh, I want to dive bomb me. I want to touch your wheel, sunshine. Round the outside he goes again. Who's bolder on the brakes? It's the German. Still side by side. Oh, the contact. Where's the DRS line? I think they've already gone past. I don't know who gets the DRS. We'll find out. Oh, nice move there from the German.
Oh, who's going to have the DRS? Who's going to have the DRS?
It's that German. Here we come. German missile inbound.
Oh,
he goes with a switch. Milan caught napping there on the straight. Thought he covered him off, but says, no, I'll switch under you to the right and takes P2. Easton goes on the softs. Yep. How do I join? Because this looks like a good lean. I want to get into league, sorry.
Right, bear with me 1 second, my friend. Do you play on Xbox as well, Joshy?
Luckily for you, you've got a committee member and the head of recruitment in this comms box tonight.
You do play on Xbox?
Battle.
Absolutely perfect there, my friend. Let me just do this button, and do this button for you, and press that button to go and join in.
There you go. Easton's on the back of Mansell.
But then look at this scrap between FFR Milan and RSF Vettel. They are still at it. Hammer and tongs as well. They're trying to. Well,
yeah,
they've got.
Mansell doesn't fight, but he's going to try and DRS, catching up with Easton to P9. Ooh. Right, Milan's in. Where does he come out with Easton?
Right, Milan and Vettel are in together, so they're absolutely. Easton's now is coming around the last two corners. I think Easton's undercut. Yeah, Easton's undercut's got him because it's a very slow pit lane between Russia. Yeah, Easton's going to jump the two.
Mansell, could he go to the end? Posh calculations, mediums for what's that going to be?
Mediums
25 laps.
Mediums will go to the end.
He's on 14 lap mediums. Oh, meanwhile in the background, who was that fighting then? I've lost track. There was someone scrapping.
I know, but we've got another scrap forming up here between Ali Ferrari, Kid Cudi, Little Sparks.
Gosh, I heard Tomo was sat in the kebab shop.
Okay, any other members? Muddy Biscuit, drive inbound towards the Twitch stream, from the Twitch stream. If at the moment you could sort him out, please. That'd be muchly appreciated. But as the head of recruitment at the moment is currently preoccupied in the comms box.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay, so
Buddy is absolutely flying. He wants that Ferrari ASAP.
He does.
With a pen. I'm surprised my brother's not got a pen yet. What's going on there? He's obviously learning.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Good old Muddy Biscuit is already on it like her carb on it, so he has got on to the new driver, and hopefully
Here comes Kid Cudi, AJ.
Yeah,
Ferrari
around there. Ferrari does go very defensive, but also he's got the slipstream of the Haas in front of him as well. But the Ferrari's managed to keep hold of P3.
Oh, hello. The two soft runners, Mega Centurion and Easton. Easton goes through on them fresher tyres. Surely they work together now to hunt down the top. Well, it's a net top 6 at the moment. Yeah, so all to play for the soft runners.
Easton there sets a absolutely stonking flying lap there for 132.9.
Oh, wait up, Vettel's behind my brother. This could get interesting.
Oh no! Oh no!
Late braking and doesn't give up.
Who? Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like oh, Kid Cudi's just hit the wall.
Oh no! Has he got damage?
Ever so slightly. I don't think he got damage. It might be light green damage, but here comes Little Sparks, who started last, by the way. He's going to the end. Pin P5 at the moment, but wants that P4.
Late on the brakes, not late enough. Oh yes! Can he get him on the inside of it? No, he can't. He has to slip behind him for another few corners. But if he keeps on the back of that gearbox, he'll be away and getting through.
Mo Hardy has crashed or retired. P14, so 15 for 16, quite a while back at the moment.
I can't see where he is at the moment.
Can we have a
he's
late
done it in the pit lane.
car somewhere?
He's done it in the pit lane.
Drama. Go on, let's have a safety car somewhere. There's
right.
Little Sparks.
Little Sparks.
ERS is using.
But again.
Oh, he goes late on the brakes, side by side, contacted to turn 2. Oh, the effort slips wide of it.
Aston Martin gets an absolute yeeted bang of the wheels there, and thank you very much. I'll have that position off of you. Who's that going really, really slow that I see? Is that Draco there dragging back a little bit?
Let's look at the gap to Eldav. Let me slightly catch him.
But Ron Beeford, look at him, he's in control of this race right now. 6 seconds ahead up the road.
Oh, one shot. And Element have crashed into each other. And Draco's about to lap the pair of them.
What is Rippling One Shot doing?
He's got no wing. Can't turn. Exceeding track limits, he ain't gaining an advantage there, game, is he? No wing, he can't bloody turn. Silly game. I think that'll get taken off if he finishes. That's a bit unfair.
No, well, it won't get taken off. Maximum of a 10-second penalty we can do is reduce it to a 3-second.
Crikey.
Yep.
There we go. Tetraloid is a sitting duck here if the Ferrari decides to burn his ERS, but doesn't. For the wall ride, he deserves it, probably.
Yeah, I would agree with Kachow there, one, because...
Right, battle for P9. This could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Two of the most stubborn drivers I know are going to battle it out. This could get heated. Vettel's super late on the brakes for them softs. Oh, Ferrari's made the move! Out of nowhere, and Tetraloid's just lost 2 positions. Yep. Vettel's going around the outside of Mansell for the switcheroo. Side by side, this could get interesting. He squeezes him to the right. But Vettel's later on the brakes and makes the move. Expected outcome was not what I've just seen. But we move forward, we progress.
We do. Maybe they're learning. Maybe they're learning.
Yeah, they are.
Right, okay, so Vettel up into P9, back in the points as well. We have got 7 laps left of the Russian Grand Prix. Right, let's have a quick recap whilst we've got a lull moment of this race. So we've got Element and Rippling One Shot in the pits for repairs. Right, Ron Beeford making that early strategy call to the medium tyres under that first safety car is in the lead, and he is 6.3 seconds up the road ahead of everyone. Ali Ferrari now in... no, if we've got more battles, Captain Crunch, we will watch the battles. I can't be bothered to watch Muppets at the back.
I will.
Ali Ferrari 6 seconds down the road from the race leader in second, but under pressure from Little Sparks and Tetraloid. Kid Cuddy dropped back a little bit, but he's not lost it completely. He's within touching distance. Dangerous Dan and Easton are switching places there. Yeah, blatantly team orders there at all. So Easton's now back up to 6th there, and now going to hunt down Kid Cuddy. Easton could possibly, if he keeps this momentum up, maybe take a podium back. I don't know. Anyway, so Kid Cuddy...
Mansell's keeping up with Vettel, AJ.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Draco gets a time penalty, 5-second timer. He's retired in the pits. He's had enough. Draco's called it a day. So
he has to go, blood.
So Kid Cuddy in 5th, Easton are back up to 6th now, just switching positions over his teammate in P7. Megan Centurion in 8th. RSF1 in 9th having a wonderful scrap with FFR Milan, but now FFR Milan is now on the back of Mansell by the looks of it, and is going to be looking at overtaking the Mercedes driver.
You could have a double frontline speed overtaking.
We could do, but then also we've got Mansell there now sizing up to have a move.
Vettel's a sitting duck.
He is a sitting duck, as we're going to
Oh my god, they're going to go 3 wide here, possible 3 wide inbound. Mansell on the defence, but goes for the attack round the outside of Vettel. Vettel's up the inside of Mansell.
Oh, so close there.
This is getting tense. Vettel for the switcheroo. Don't go side by side here. We saw what happened earlier. Oh my god, this is it. Imagine this was at the front. Oh. Mansell goes super defensive, weaving. Max Verstappen style. Here comes the German. Mansell goes super defensive and moves back across. Here comes RSF1. Vettel down the inside. Takes P8. Where comes Milan? Oh, more squeezing on the limit. Mansell just about keeps it, but he's going to make a move on the Ferrari. Round the outside.
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, Milan's gone off to on it. Mansell's got some speed on them mediums still, somehow. He's got a net P8 at the moment, which is a fantastic recovery.
It is. Yeah, this is getting spicy, says Joshy. Yes, it is getting very spicy, Joshy. Very, very spicy. But hang on, we've got little sparks on the back of Ali Ferrari now. Coming down.
They are catching Ron Beeford. Because he was 6.5 seconds 3 laps ago.
I think Ron Beeford's tyres might starting to die off a little bit now.
Surely second, third and fourth just DRS each other. Oh, Mansell's back on Vettel. This is a fantastic scrap. Oh, he almost loses the car on them old mediums. And Vettel tries and goes for the move. Those tyres must be screaming. He needs to be careful on throttle now. Vettel surely with the fresher tyres and the better traction. Oh, Mansell gives him the corner. He's going to have the DRS. He's played that smart. Little sparks out Ferrari. McLaren's in P2. Can he hunt down Rom for the win?
Did you just see what I just saw, Ben? We just saw element and one start battle between the two rivals. Yeah, but here we go. Here comes RSF1 Vettel down the straight now and takes the move on.
Oh, he turns into each other. What are they doing? They both turn into each other on the straight. He was like, no, you go. No, I go. No, you go.
45 viewers, Ben.
Christ the Lord. 47.
Oh, 47 on your count. My count must be a little bit either ahead or down. I don't know. But anyway.
More the merrier.
Absolutely. Can we get 50? Can we get 50 viewers on tonight's stream? Yes, Kachow, these two are driving, as you would say. But then we wouldn't expect anything less from these absolute titans of Division 1. But at the moment, ahead is
4.8.
Pardon?
Gap at the front, AJ's 4.8, well 4.9 now.
Yeah, I am
keeping.
They need
to work together, surely.
I'm keeping an eye on the Delta. I am keeping an eye on the Delta. But here we go,
Mansell
again.
What a fantastic scrap! If only this was for the win or the podium. Where's Vettel? Oh, there he is, out of nowhere, peekaboo.
Yeah, he thought he'd go hiding for a little while, playing hide and seek on the Mercedes there.
This is fantastic racing.
It's between these two guys at the moment, but I'm just keeping an eye on those front four runners as well, because they are closing each other and some of them are very, very close together. Right, here we go again. So, opens up the DRS now. He's going to make the move. Here comes Sebastian Vettel on the outside of turn 1 on RSF1 Mansell.
He's got so much more ERS than Mansell has. He's just biding his time, but... Oh, where's the German going? Why can't these be at the front, battling for the lead? This is immense. Wheel to wheel. Mansell, Vettel wants the left. Mansell's like, yeah, go on then. You're not going around the outside, sunshine. Oh, Mansell's tyres are giving up on him. Vettel boosts to the inside and takes P8 once again. Mansell will have the DRS as we approach the back straight in the next few corners. Ali Ferrari, centralised pit spun around by the McLaren. Contact to Rooney. Just caught that. I think the McLaren just squeezed him ever so slightly, or the Tetra Lloyd himself went a bit too deep. And now RSF1 Eastern all of a sudden is saying, thank you very much, I'm on for P2 here, or a possible win.
Indeed, he's got to find 5 seconds, and One Shot gets a penalty there as well. Another penalty for One Shot.
Vettel down the inside again. Wheel to wheel racing, nip and tuck. Here comes Easton though, AJ. No ERS left. The DRS, can he outbrake around the outside? Ooh,
no, but he's going to have a run on the outside of turn 3.
Run on the outside. What a move.
But then his little Spark's going to get the switcheroo.
Oh
no, he doesn't.
God, AJ. Look at Mansell and Vettel. Here comes the German. No. How is he surviving on 22 lap mediums? Mega Centurion past Tetraloid. It's all heating up in the last few laps.
There,
What's
two laps.
happened there? Mansell, oh no. It's one shot. Look at the ERS between Mansell and Vettel. He's going to wait till the last lap and annoy him.
You know it, don't you? You know it. I bet your brother's sat in the room next door to you and absolutely giggling his little head off.
How is he surviving? Dangerous Dan, meanwhile.
Oh, hang on. Ali Ferrari and Dangerous Dan.
Easton, can he close 5 seconds in 2 1/4 lap?
I don't think so. This is going to be a massive feat if he does, and I mean a massive feat. And looks like the Ferrari.
Mansell again around the outside of Vettel.
It does.
Oh, where's the German going? It's a battle of the Spinolas. Side by side again. What a move! But Mansell's like, no, anything you could do.
I can do it better.
Do better. Here we go. He's saving his ERS. Oh dear. Mega Centurion, meanwhile, on them soft tyres, does the switcheroo. Easton's only gained half a second in sector 1 at the moment. He needs to find another 1 and a bit seconds each sector. Here comes Mansell once again up the inside. This is becoming a circus act.
This has become. It's like the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you. To me,
It
to
is.
you.
I've passed the baton on to Vettel. Oh, Outdaft's gone. Which one will spin first, ladies and gentlemen?
I mean, this is a cracking.
No, they've been drifting.
They have been drifting, haven't they? So the top guys have started to spread out a little bit now. Easton is closing in on the Alfa Romeo, but to be fair, he's done well for the recovery. But again, here we go. Mansell takes the defensive.
There comes the German.
Vettel is going to have another go at him down the inside. Turns.
Burning his ERS.
He is. Here comes RSF1 Vettel on the inside of turn 12. But then there's a switcheroo.
Lovely open of the steering from Mansell. Vettel somehow sneaks through. Mansell needs to hope for a miracle here. He needs to burn all his ERS. He's got 4 times the amount of Vettel almost. But Vettel is going to pull away, burn that ERS. Where's Vettel going? Oh, that was close.
That was close, but then here we go. Mansell is going to just now open.
Burn that ERS. Here we go.
Yeah, last lap.
Oh my God. Is that a 2021 Mercedes engine? Hamilton style. Front line speed.
No, he's going to save it.
He's saving in the back straight. Oh, Aldaf. Surely he's not going to get a puncture now. 24 lap. This is fantastic.
Oh, Vettel gets a little bit, yeah.
Mansell, round the outside. Oh, Vettel's broke early.
Vettel knows.
The RS, but Mansell's slowing down now. No, you have it.
Mansell knows the game that Vettel's playing, of course, but hang on. Right, these guys, as much as I don't want to miss out on this battle, I've got...
I'm not leaving this.
Right.
Here comes RSF1 Vettel. He
Easton's...
hasn't got ERS though.
Right, okay. Ron Beeford takes the last couple of corners now. He's not had much screen time, but Ron Beeford has controlled this race. He's won the race, but then let's get back to RSF.
Oh, contact! No! Meanwhile, there comes King.
Oh!
Vettel loses it. Mansell goes deep. Here comes the German. Here comes Milan. 3 wide. Oh, he's gone too dim. Here comes Mansell. But Vettel, after the scrap, takes P.
Oh no!
Oh dear, that was amazing.
Oh, that was a cracking end to Vettel's race, but unfortunate for Vettel there. That is him. P10 Elements Node to cross the line.
Can we just give driver of the day to Mansell and Vettel?
Wow.
Putting on a fantastic show, 10 laps to go. I don't care about the poll on Twitter, AJ. Let's just make an executive decision. Oh, dear, that was hilarious.
What an absolute cracker of a race. 47 viewers in the end. Ben?
Oh, dear.
It was a great race to watch. It was a great race to commentate. Me and Ben pretty much have no voice left at all. So there we go, guys. Our race winner is Ron Beeford. In second goes RSF1 Eastern after recovering from the early pit stops there and like getting back on the soft tyres. And in third was Little Sparks.
Oh, dear. From 18th to 3rd. But my congratulations goes out to 8th and 10th in the end.
Yeah. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner is the Alfa Romeo of Ron Beeford. Easton in second, Little Sparks in third, Dangerous Dan in fourth. Fifth goes to Megan Centurion. Sixth goes to Ali Ferrari. Seventh, Kid Cuddy. Eighth goes to RSF1 Mansell. Ninth, Tetch Lloyd. 10th, RSF1 Fattel. 11th, Aldalf. 12th is Element Snow. And your DNFs for the session are Ripland One Shot, FFR Milan, CSR Draco, O'Hardy, Sink Diggles, and Nosh Owls.
Oh, dear. I think I might put Easton into shock at what I'm about to say. You ready, Easton?
Hit me.
Mansell and Vettel had just the greatest battle in RSF1 history. I'm not joking.
Oh.
It was insane. Oh, dear.
Whew, that was an absolutely epic race to watch. Absolutely cracking race to commentate on as well.
Where's Sparks? Let me get the Mechalon driver in.
Roger, Roger. Here he is.
There we go.
Okay, usual format, Ben?
Yeah, go on.
Okay then, so we'll start with our third place driver. It's Little Sparks and the McLaren. Congratulations, Little Sparks, in your McLaren, starting there from P18, missing out on qualifying there. Cracking drive to get back up there as well and onto the podium. Tell us your thoughts and feelings, my friend.
Wait, is it getting streamed?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry, it's been streamed.
Alright, yeah, because I can't see like the audio thing.
That's because I do it from the I do it from PC.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, well, I'm happy, you know. Lost to podium. Except I don't know what happened in the last 2 laps with the house behind me. But then that caused Easton to be right behind me, and then the inevitable happened, and yeah, just happy.
Very, very
Made
good.
a few overtakes, and yeah.
Very, very good there to see, like, you capitalising on some unfortunate events from other drivers and everything. But no, with the podium there, I'm sure that gives you a good confidence booster for the next race, which is...
Do you know what happened with the house behind?
No, no.
I think he got tapped or something happened. There was some form of contact.
Okay, but we were locked in with the battle between Vettel and Mansell because they were giving us a great audience, give the audience a great show. So moving on to next week, we're at Bahrain, over to the desert and into nighttime racing. And I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to that one. How about you, my friend?
Not really. It's never been a good track for me. But you know, maybe if I did today what I'm gonna... Wait, how do I word this? If I race today... If
you
like
race the
how
way
I
you did today...
Yeah. Then yeah, you never know what could happen. Maybe another podium. Yeah.
Just join late again, you might do it again, podium.
Comeback drive. Well, congratulations, Kid Cuddy, on that... not Kid Cuddy. Little Sparks.
Kid Cuddy?
Sorry.
Memory again, AJ.
Yeah. Old age. Congratulations on that podium. It's great to see you on here. Hopefully we'll see you here next week. And over to Ben to talk to our second place driver. RSF1 Eastern.
Yeah. Eastern, unfortunate with the strategy there. The soft run is behind you in the DRS train. Got very fortunate with the safety car, mediums to the end, as Russia's very low tyre wear, but you picked for softs. Went long, come back, but just not enough laps to claw the gap
to the race winner tonight, but P2 should be happy with that, shouldn't you?
Yeah. Bit depressed, but you know, you can't win them all, I suppose. The fact that early safety car didn't happen, I think I would have been in a much better position to actually race instead of needing to sweat to try and close up. But you know, still good fun. Don't know what happened with the cluster. I think it was one of the penultimate lap, but made life 10 times easier for me, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, that's about it. And also shout out to Elliot and Snow for just being so inspiring, and Sturridge for engineering.
Okay.
I'm gonna go now, yeah, but congratulations to ROMB Ford and Easton on the podium. Thanks for streaming as well. Thanks for the comms.
Okay, little smokes, no worries. Any more questions, Ben?
I'm sure you enjoy Bahrain. It's quite a good wheel-to-wheel racing track like Russia tonight. Another win or podium for you, Easton?
Got a love a pie track, don't you?
So I take that as a yes, Easton. You're looking forward to
Yeah,
Bahrain.
I love a good bit of Bahrain.
Goody. Right, you are then. And over to our race winner. And I do believe it's not... is it your first race this week in RSF1, Rom?
Yes. Yeah, first race.
Well. In the Alfa Romeo, I'm sure the Alfa Romeo team will be more than happy with the whole of points for the overall Constructors' Championship. Can you tell... You can tell Ron Bree Fraud, biggest sweat, says RSF1 Fatel in the stream there. But no, congratulations on the race victory there as well. Basically, that early pit stop put you in the prime position there to go right to the end on the medium tyres. Was that the whole part of the game, or what was you aiming for?
Definitely was not part of the plan. I went into the race with literally about 5 laps practice. Hardly done rush from this game, so I had no idea on the strategy at all. Just went for the soft, 8 tenths off, which was like wow. And then I knew in the race I'd get a lot better. I set the car up a bit more in the straight line because I know I wouldn't qualify well. So better for overtaking, defending, and took the mediums for quite a long way, I think, for Russia. So definitely take that.
Okay, and are you going to be on the track for us next week at Bahrain?
Hopefully.
And how do you feel about Bahrain? Are you a lover or a hater of it?
In the middle.
Okay.
I think it's a good racing track. Not terrible at it, so
okay.
Usually a good track to drive. So
look forward to seeing you there at Bahrain then. So, any questions from Ben?
No, a good drive, utilise the strategy with the safety car helping you. Yeah, great win.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. Right then, let's close the show for this evening then. It has been an absolute privilege and an honour to bring you this fantastic race. Great battles all over the track, especially between RSF1 Manson and RSF1 Fatel. Special mention to them today because they were battling tooth and nail. And also the battle that FFR Milan and Vettel had as well. That made great entertainment for us today as well. It's been a pleasure, guys, but tune in tomorrow night where Captain Lego, Ben F1 Racer, will be back tomorrow with the Kent man himself, Hail King Tomo, to bring you Division 2's turn around the Russian Grand Prix. And if it's anything like tonight's race, you are in for a treat. But until tomorrow night, guys, it's good night from RSF1 and good night from me. Until tomorrow. Ta-ta.